Here's something that will change how you think about death. Nobel laureate Venki Ramakrishnan just revealed we're not actually programmed to die at all. Everything we thought we knew about mortality might be wrong.
Hold on, that's a pretty bold claim. What exactly does he mean by that?
Well, his research shows that evolution doesn't care how long we live it, only cares that we survive long enough to pass on our genes. Everything after that point is just, biological aftermath.
So you're telling me all these traits that help us survive to reproductive age are the same ones that eventually lead to our decline? That's quite the plot twist.
Exactly. And here's where it gets really interesting. Aging isn't just about wear and tear on our cells. If it were that simple, all species would have similar lifespans. Instead, it's like a complex resource management game our bodies play.
That makes me think about all those anti-aging products people spend fortunes on. What does the science actually say about that?
Oh man, Ramakrishnan has some pretty strong words about that whole industry. He warns that we need to be really skeptical of any anti-aging or reversal claims. Most of it is just clever marketing using scientific-sounding language without real evidence.
You know what fascinates me? How they're studying these processes in such simple organisms. Like, what can worms possibly teach us about human aging?
Well, that's actually one of the most surprising parts. These studies have revealed that many cellular processes in worms have direct counterparts in humans. Though, and this is crucial, when they try to replicate longevity-increasing mutations from worms to humans, they often cause serious problems.
So what exactly happens when we die? I mean, how does Ramakrishnan define death itself?
That's where it gets really mind-bending. He defines it as the irreversible loss of the ability to function as a coherent individual. But here's the wild part: when we're alive, millions of our cells are constantly dying. And when we're declared dead, most of our cells are still alive.
That's fascinating. How might this understanding change society's approach to aging and mortality?
Well, Ramakrishnan raises some thought-provoking concerns. Like, if we manage to significantly extend human lifespans, we might create a stagnant society with less generational turnover and potentially less innovation. He references Mario Vargas Llosa's perspective that the finite nature of life is actually what gives it meaning.
So maybe instead of trying to avoid death at all costs, we should focus on understanding it better?
Exactly right, and that's really the heart of Ramakrishnan's work. It's not about finding some magical fountain of youth. It's about understanding how our biological systems work and making the most of the time we have. You know, he points out that different species have such varying lifespans because each has evolved its own unique way of balancing energy between survival, reproduction, and maintenance.
That's quite profound when you think about it. The very thing we're trying to fight might be what makes life meaningful in the first place.
And that's the beautiful irony in all of this. Understanding death better actually helps us live more fully. It's not about fighting against nature, but about appreciating our place within it. As Ramakrishnan shows us, we're not programmed to die. We're programmed to live, to reproduce, to pass on our genes. Everything else is just part of this incredible biological dance we're all part of. And that's the beautiful irony in all of this. Understanding death better actually helps us live more fully. It's not about fighting against nature, but about appreciating our place within it. As Ramakrishnan shows us, we're not programmed to die. We're programmed to live, to reproduce, to pass on our genes. Everything else is just part of this incredible biological dance we're all part of.